Good afternoon, peeps. It is 12:40, August 25th, Thursday, 2022. Something, yada fucking something, blah, blah, blah. Here, look at the sun. It's so pretty, except it's not. It's really gloomy. It's really rainy. It's really boring. Um, I have something really weird to talk to you about, and I require you to slightly put your ego aside and just listen. Because I'm about to get a little insulting to some people might get offended. And before any of you think this is about you, get your heads out of your asses, stop shoving it back in your ass, and listen. Okay, this isn't about you. I am not in love with any of you. I am not going to date any of you. I don't give a fuck about what you guys are doing in your personal lives. I'm only shown what's going on when I need to see, so I can give you a message of common sense, so you can be cosmic titty slapped by God through me. So, this isn't about you. This is about spirit guides, polarity, and the reversal of intent. Okay? Great. And so is also every other video on this channel. It is not about any specific person unless I specifically name you. If I don't specifically name you and say this is about so and so person, which I've done in the past, repeatedly, first, last name, and middle names of people involved, locations, and everything, to be fucking specific, then it's not about you. If a message resonates with you that is being spoken about on this fucking channel, then that means you have inner work to do. It doesn't mean that I'm in love with you or that I'm going to date any of you or that I'm going to beg you guys for anything or that I'm like talking about you passive aggressively or that I'm wasting my fucking day doing anything that involves any of you other than sitting here meditating trying to figure out what the fuck do I tell you guys in a video regarding the stupidity that keeps being brought to my attention. Okay? Great. There's your introduction. Now, last night I went to sleep and I asked the spirit guides, I did the energy work around the apartment and I laid down and I asked them, please take care of the dog, please take care of the cat, prayed to God, did all my stuff, and I went to sleep. One of the things I always ask for is make certain the animals are taken care of while I'm asleep, that they don't fuck around, they don't pee somewhere, they don't fall anywhere, blah, blah, blah. For the past 7 days, I wake up every fucking day with dog pee on the corner of the bed. And I keep asking my guides, didn't I ask you guys to make certain this doesn't happen? And if it does, to wake me up, instead of allowing me to sleep and piss. And then allowing the dog to think it's okay to do this. Perpetually, regardless of how many times I ask, of how many times I clean, of how many times I do laundry, of how many times I activate the washer, which costs me $1.75 every time I turn it on, and $1.25 to dry every fucking 20 minutes. Because apparently people on disability have that much money to keep giving to clean clothes in a dirty building. So I realized something today. When I get angry, my emotions become clear. When I ask for guidance or support, my emotions become receptive and receiving, like a net or a sponge. When I'm intending something, it becomes like an arrow or a sword. When I'm speaking the truth, it's like thunder, lightning, flashes where it's just all over the place. But you can see everything becomes illuminated. And I realized, wait a fucking minute. If this holy tree is planted upside down, if what I keep asking for, including a paycheck, isn't being given, and it's because of the spirit guides and these things going on outside the physical world, and they keep saying that I need to be the one to do this or that or this certain thing or put the action in or do whatever. And I keep thinking, but I am. I'm doing everything I can do. But it's never enough. And then it's always misunderstood somehow. What the fuck? And it dawned on me today: reversed polarity and reversed intent. We're not in the luminous realm, we're in the womb. We're not outside the womb, we're inside the womb, which means what we want, we have to attract within us, right? Right. That's how it works, right? Well, the male species, the male human, is designed to intend like an arrow or a sword, to command, to create. The female is the one who, creates the environment, the life force, the vessels, the breath, the design. And us here in the physical are 50-50, which is why people are so confused about what the fuck to do regarding anything and how life works or anything. Because they look for an answer with the masculine side, but they're not receiving it with the feminine side. They're imagining and dreaming something with the feminine side, but they're waiting for a god masculine to bring into them from their masculine side, basically nullifying their own masculine energy. And here I am, a full-blooded, full-breathing fucking hermaphrodite with both energies flowing through my system and a direct connection to source. And I'm sitting here going, I can't even get my guides to do one fucking thing right by giving me a restful night's sleep in 41 years. How is that not possible? How is it not possible to receive a paycheck in 20 years of working for God? Does God not pay his paychecks like employees? Of course he does. Why haven't I gotten a paycheck? And like I said earlier, it dawned on me: reversed polarity and intent. I keep asking for something. I keep looking for something. I keep requesting something. And then by the time it gets here, I'm too busy being in a state of irritation and frustration to receive it because of the way the spirit guides perceive the messages I'm relaying to them. Because in some way, they're playing some manipulative game. You have to do it this way, or else nothing's going to happen that way. But every time we think light is light, it's dark. When we think dark is dark, it's actually light. What we think is male is actually female. What we think is female is actually male. And they keep flipping it back and forth over and over. And most people don't notice this. I do, because I have both energies flowing freely for the most part. So I'm a little confused today. I'm aware of the problem, but I'm confused in regards to the solution because it requires everybody to work together, including the spirit guides and the newbie spirit guides, the incompetent ones, the ones who are just learning, the new souls from different realities and planets. They're like, what's human life like? We don't know. We're just so bubbly. Ooh, like, no, baby, no bubbles, no. So I don't have a lot else to bring to you today or right now regarding any of these things, but it's something to think about when you're intending things, when you think you're manifesting something, when you are assuming people are talking about you in videos, when you think people are talking about you out in the street, when you guys are talking about someone else. What does that feel like? There are so many emotions that the human body can feel, so many combinations of emotions. It's infinite. And the depth of them is, I keep hearing the word gravitas. I don't know what that is. Something about gravity, I guess. I don't know. The magnitude, the attraction of it, I don't know. The point is, I think there has been major tampering in regards to what people perceive to be specific emotions. So how I've been asking my guides to do something, I've been asking them, but I've been asking them to avoid doing a thing, to not let something happen. I haven't been asking them to perpetuate what has been happening that's been working. Get it? I've been asking them for money, for a paycheck, for support, for, guidance. I haven't been asking them to perpetuate what has been working, that has been helping me feel better. When people are praying to God, they're usually begging, weeping, grieving, or going through the motions for something they don't have, not to perpetuate what's working and bring in more of that. Get it? Reversed polarity and intent. We want something, but we're fighting against what we don't want. We know something, but we keep doing what we know isn't what we know. We hear messages, but our mind is telling us one thing while our heart's trying to listen and wait and remember. We look for problems where there are none because we're too afraid of, oh, this is too good to be true. No, you deserve peace, my love. Why would it be too good to be true? Oh, that person is too good to be true. No. Are you too good to be true? Then why would that person be too good to be true? Oh, but there's so many problems with this person or that, or there's, so many illnesses. Yeah, but since you're aware of these illnesses and you're a child of God, can you be aware of what's working and still be a child of God? Yes, the bad is there. Yes, the worthlessness. Remember, we talked about that earlier. It's there. The dog peeing on the bed, it's there. The drama with neighbors, it's there. Is it going to be there forever? No. But attempting to keep asking for something is perpetually waiting and being in a state of waiting to receive that something. And I'm being brought back to the point of when I was in Iran, like 2 to 3 years old. And then when we were 4 to 5 in Germany and stuff, the way the family environment felt back then, when everybody was together, when my grandfather was around, when, my uncles were really young and happy and vibrant and not, no offense, but fat old men regrets. When my aunt was married and had her son and they were living near my mom, and my mom was happy because she had her sister nearby. Home felt different. The world felt different. The problems were minuscule. Doesn't matter how old we were. What's the difference from then and now for your life? Less people there, environment's different, you've been through more, you've seen more. But really, those good emotions, those good experiences, and that true polarity alignment is still there. Your true north is still there. So the next time you're asking your guides for something, and I want you to give this a try immediately, stop asking them to make things stop happening, or to remove people, or to return to sender this, or manifest your specific person that. No, none of that. No more asking them to not have the dog pee on the bed. No more asking them any of this stuff. No more, praying to God for what you don't have. Instead, take a few minutes today, after this video, to sit in the silence and look around. Look around as if you're in someone else's house and you're appreciating their environment, that you are a guest within the house of God. Think about it this way. You're looking at your screen right now and you see what I'm using as a monitor stand to a wobbly monitor covered in nail polish that's glittery right here. Okay? Now, if you were a rude guest, you'd be insulting it, calling me poor or whatever. If you're a decent person, you're probably just saying, oh, that's creative. If you're like an empathic person, you're busy looking around and feeling the way this place feels like home to me and appreciating it. So take some time and look around your environment and appreciate it as if you're in someone else's home. Take pictures. Take pictures and look at those pictures. That's your house. That's your home. Take a picture of your thigh and look at your thigh. That's your thigh. Take a picture of your fingers, of like a part of your cheek, one corner of your ear. Take a picture of the back of your head. Just look at different parts of you. Look at different parts of your house. Take pictures of the carpet. Take pictures of the curtains if you have any, or the window blinds, or the shadow of the window blinds on the walls when the sun's shining through. Just look at all these things that are there right now to help you not think about what's not working. Because let me tell you, no matter how much you notice what isn't working, what your spirit guides will see is that you're complaining about it. And what most people don't realize is when a lot of people are complaining, they're crying out internally for things to be made better. They're not complaining to be a complainer or a nagger. They are so frustrated that they don't know how else to express how to fix something. Because they're aware that it's broken, but they can't fix it. So they're appealing to the sympathy and empathy of others by showing their frustration audibly or sometimes physically, in hopes of the other person having the emotional and intelligence level enough to see how to fix the problem that's already there and can be fixed. The solution is already there. I noticed this a lot when I was growing up with my family. People would see each other complaining but they wouldn't see what happened 5 minutes before the complaint started from the other person. I was little, nobody noticed me really, and when they did, they yelled at me and told me to go to my room or to go play outside. Which is probably why I spent so much time inside, because I spent like 15 years of my youth outside and then almost 15 years of my adolescent life outside. I'm tired of being outside. I'm tired of partying. I'm tired of it. So, where were we going with this? I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You get the point. Because I feel it. It's like the water went to a shallow level, not a deep level. Because we got out of the deep level. I think you figured out what you needed to figure out. The more of these people complained, okay? That's what it was. The more like when my mom complained or when I had any complaints, when my sisters did, or when my dad even dared complain back, or when my fucking aunts had anything to say to my grandparents or anything, any of it. Any time I saw it happening in my family unit, they all blamed each other for that experience, but none of them looked at each other and asked, what happened? And when they did ask what happened, it was almost like, what happened? Why are you picking on me? Kind of a thing. So I saw a lot of people complain, and I saw a lot of those complaints go completely unrecognized. They were only seen as complaints and nagging, beratement, harassment, bitching. And I've grown up being told the same thing. No matter what I said, no matter what I did, oh, there she goes. Oh, there he goes. He's complaining. He's a fake. He's not going to show up. Oh, now he's a girl. Oh, now he's complaining about being a girl. Complaining about school, people, places, money, spirit guides, life, blah, blah, blah. And I noticed today, again, the reverse of polarity. It's like being stuck in a Dalek. Inside the Dalek, someone is saying, this is how you fix things. Outside the Dalek, what people hear is exterminate, exterminate, you know? So before you guys complain anymore, take a moment and recognize the solution. Let's say you're, how can I use a personal example so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about? Let's say you need dental work and you can't afford the copay. It's like thousands of dollars, like an absurd amount. It would take you like 4 years to save up enough, right? Even if you put $200 aside a month, it would take you at least 4 years to save up. So you're like, oh, I'm going to complain about it, blah, blah, blah. My teeth hurt. This hurts, that hurts. I can't even eat, yada, yada, blah, blah. It looks like God forsake me. It's so ugly. Or what's the solution? Well, until the money's there, there's methods, home remedies, such things and medicines to do. There are other clinics to go to. There are schools of dentistry to go to. There are options, correct? So, if it's a money issue, oh, you're not getting paid for this, oh, you're not getting paid for that, oh, it's just a lifetime of, being forgotten, oh, that ex is doing this or that. Okay, well, what's the solution? You want to not be bothered by it, or do you want to not even acknowledge it anymore and go experience something else? Because if you want to grow numb to a poison, you're going to have to take a lot of poison. Or you can go and not deal with the snakes that keep biting you, whether it's a person, place, or thing. There's a solution, there is an anti-venom, and then there's the problem. Which one are you focused on? And please, to everyone, remember a long time ago I told you guys in a video about the little person in our heads. It's called the ego. It's like a tiny little person that runs around and repeats everything that your emotions are feeling. So if you're feeling grateful, your mind will audibly say, I'm grateful. But before you hear that, or you audio make that word in your head, if that makes sense, you're feeling something first. You all know this. So when you're watching videos, whether it's my channel or anyone else, and some of you guys get so offended, I see this on so many channels. In the comments especially, people get so offended for nothing, that because they think the video is about them. Like there's videos I've seen about Barbello, and people going fucking bananas in the chat of these like videos of people talking about Jesus and Barbello and Mary Magdalene, and like quoting scriptures and psalms and blah blah blah, and they don't fucking realize what like, bro, that video had nothing to do with you. But the ego inside the mind says, oh, there's resonance, there's emotions being triggered, this video must be about me. No. If you're in a classroom, is the teacher pointing at you and talking at you? No, right? Until they are, right? When they are, they are. Until they do that, they're not. They're doing something else. It's not insinuation. It's not passive aggressiveness. It's not gaslighting. It's not projection. It's not deflection. It's people assuming shit's about them when it's not. And they assume that shit is about them because they go and feel and resonate with shit that's going on. And they're like, oh no, if I don't defend myself, they'll think it's me. Nobody cares. I don't care what you're doing. I want you to be better. If you're an asshole, be a better asshole. If you're a pussy, be a better pussy. If you're a wimp, be a better wimp. If you're a savior, be a better savior. Like, whatever you are, be better at it. Just be you. And again, make certain that you're not translating your thoughts with your emotions, but that your thoughts are translating your emotions into the English or whatever language you speak. Your thoughts must be the ones translating your emotions. Your emotions cannot be the ones taking the order from your thoughts. Once you can fix that polarity between your emotions controlling your thoughts, you can then recognize that when you align your thoughts with positive thoughts, your emotions are always going to remain neutral and above. So you don't need to worry about head over heart decisions because your heart's always in the right place. Get it? But if you're constantly thinking, and then you're like, what am I thinking? What does this feel like? And then you're trying to find the feeling to match the emotion or the thought, it doesn't work. So you have to align the heart with yourself. Feel something first and then put a word to that feeling. So don't say, I'm feeling grateful. No, before you even think the word, I'm grateful, feel it instead. Force that emotion through you instead. Before you even think, oh, you're going to go have sex with someone. No, activate your sexual energy first. First, make yourself horny without your head, without your heart. Activate your root chakra first. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be having sex with anyone. If you can't activate your emotions into what you want them to be without thinking about it and without being instigated through your carnal senses or external situations, then you're not ready. This is the reverse polarity as well, with people telling you to watch your thoughts because as things manifest, but they don't tell you your thoughts are deciphering your emotions. So get your heart right first. They're like, oh no, get out of your head. Yeah, get out of your head and pay attention to your heart. Where's the rest of that sentence? Oh, people are like constantly overthinking things. Yeah, the rest of that sentence should be what they should be doing is overfeeling things and putting those feelings in the right category. Don't say you're grateful, feel it first. Don't say and think that it's about you, feel it first. Is it about you? Don't assume someone is doing bad shit to you. Are you doing bad shit to yourself first emotionally? And your emotions are trying to get your attention by being unpleasant, but you guys think that some of you guys think that it's because someone hates you or it's an external person. No, it's your emotions bringing you back to the center. They're saying, hey, I don't feel good. And some of you misinterpret that because your mind, your ego says, oh no, what if it's about me and this person doesn't like me? No, it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's your emotions and your own body first. No one else is influencing them. I mean, unless somebody specifically gives you a drug to change your chemical composition or hits you with a directed energy weapon, no one can influence your emotions unless your ego allows it. Your ego is your guardian. It's the doorman. It's your mask. It's the face of the building. You are the temple. Why are you letting the bouncer make decisions for you? I hope this helps you, like, this helps clarify things. Because I've been really irritated a little bit earlier when this message was coming in because they kept giving me these experiences and they're like, notice what you're feeling. You're complaining. And I'm like, oh, okay. What do I do about it? And they're like, notice what you're feeling. I'm like, I'm feeling fucking irritated because I keep asking you guys to do something to take care of this dog and the cat, and you guys don't. I keep waking up with you guys giving me exactly what I asked you not to do. And they're like, yeah, how does that make you feel? And I'm like, irritated. They're like, okay, and what were you feeling when you asked us? I was trying to avoid feeling irritated. Okay, what does that mean? That me trying to avoid it actually brings it. Okay, what does that mean? That it's reverse polarity. That holy tree is planted upside down. We are inside the womb, not in the real realm. When we say, I hate you to someone, what happens? They fight back. When we say, I love you to people, what happens? They back off. When we say, I need you to people, what happens? They say we're clingy and they leave. When we say, leave me alone, what happens? They all show up. When we work for money, what happens? We're wasting our life. and then we get something. When we enjoy what we have, what do we get? When we celebrate ourselves, like on our birthdays, what do we get? Gifts given to us. When we go to sleep grateful, what do we get? Even just an ounce of gratitude. We get another day. But if we go to bed angry, what do we get? Dreams and nightmares to show us peace when we wake up to appreciate life. Isn't it funny how it's all backwards? It's all backwards. And I've been going through it over and over in every direction. And they're like, do you see how to explain it to them now? And I'm like, yeah. I think our emotions and the words and definitions we have assigned to certain emotions and intentions is actually inaccurate. I think there's something else going on and we're unaware of it because we've been told so-and-so emotion is attributed to so-and-so word. And we were all taught that prior to the age of 2 years old. And not all of us had parents who took the time to describe, like a fucking vocabulary and a dictionary, what each thing is, did we? And I can almost guarantee you that it's all of those people who have the problems in their adult life. And we call that generational curses. Or one aspect of it. So check in with yourselves today. Do the thing, look around, appreciate it as if you're in God's house or someone else's house. Don't judge it, don't complain, and instead, think of the solution that would help remedy the thing you complain about. And then recognize the emotion you feel in regards to that solution. So if you find a solution to a problem, are you certain what you're feeling is actually what you're feeling? Make certain. Before I go, I love you guys. You're all amazing people. You really are. Even the incompetent dumbasses. You know? You're all children of God. We all are. So be kinder to yourselves and stop looking for those answers outside, because that whole cliche quote, the answers are inside you, is actually true, but the sentence following it should be they're in your heart. Make certain you know what it is your heart's feeling. Okay? And remember, keep doing the right thing, even if it's like, no, do the right thing. Follow your moral compass. Just do the right thing by you and your God. And make certain that what you're feeling while you're doing the right thing actually feels like the right thing. And not the right thing for the big picture, and not the right thing to tie up loose ends, but the right thing as a good example of a child of God. Whatever that means to you. Harm none. None, not even thyself. And just do the right thing. At least 3 right things a day. And then by the 4th, you can screw it up if you want. You can, not do the right thing. You can do the right thing. It doesn't matter. But at least make 3 right decisions in a day. I love you. Take care of yourselves. And each other.